cause I'm out here hustling.
All right, we back, man. The Go Getta Hustler podcast, where we give you nothing but game, motivation, and inspiration. We ain't dropping no gems. We only giving to those that seek. And we do have a special guest here, man. I'm gonna let you go and introduce yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Go on and tell them the legendary.
Rashad Autman, Revamp Ventures. That's my company today. Photographer, graphic designer, and yeah, I got a lot of other things I've done in the past, but yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say a lot of things, man. This clothing designer, he do all kind of stuff, man. A lot of people don't even know it. Like, man. So, where you from? How did you come to this planet, man? Let us know about your, cause this guy's an alien, man. He do a lot of things that people don't even know, like, and he's an inspiration to me. I've seen him do a lot of things, and I just wanted to get him on the show and let y'all get some game and pick his brain, man.
San Diego, earlier years in San Diego, Southeast.
That part.
Lemon Grove area. Yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Okay, shout out to Lemon Grove.
Yep.
Shout out to the Southeast, man. You know what I'm saying? And then that's cool because a lot of people are from San Diego and don't even know you from San Diego. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so just to be a native and you do photography, you do graphic design, and a lot of people don't know. Can you tell us something about your resume about the graphic designing and photography? How did you get into that?
So this is going to get deep, brother.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so I went to Monte Vista High School, and I didn't end up staying at that high school.
I heard that
because I was rebelling against certain things in my life, and I was doing dumb shit, doing graffiti and stuff like that.
Okay.
And tagging up places and things and stuff, and I had like this little
Brandon already.
Without saying certain names and putting too much out there, my uncles, they started some things out here in San Diego, and I kind of wanted to start my own damn thing. So I try to start my own clique, and I'm out there putting it out there, and things like that. And then I got in trouble and got arrested at Monte Vista High School, and they gave me the options to either go to juvenile hall or do CBI, which is Correctional Behavior Institute.
Okay.
The graffiti alone wasn't something that got me in trouble. It was just they built up how they do. They built up, what they needed to build up to get me out of the district. But graffiti was the last thing that I was caught for, which was stupid because
because they can get you. They say you destructing property.
Yeah. So I mean, the police showed up. He had pictures from damn near all over San Diego. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm an artist. I feel like in my, deep down inside, I'm a real artist type shit. And so I had a little folder with a bunch of the pictures we get developed at Thrifties, at Rite Aid or whatever. Yeah. Well, it was Thrifties back in the days. So, and then I had all my art pieces and stuff, and I actually, I enjoy doing, graffiti. When they arrested me, they put me in the office, or right before they arrested me, they put me in, the office at Monte Vista and was like, "This is yours. You did this. You did that. See, we can put you in jail for a very long time."
Damn.
Whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop. They checked my backpack. My dumb ass had big ass markers and all the pictures and folders and stuff. And so they said, "Hey, after a while, my moms came and all of that, and." So they gave me the options: juvenile hall or CBI, which is Correctional Behavior Institute. I don't know if it's still around, but back then there was like a second chance type thing program.
Okay, yeah.
So I chose CBI. I'm
Hell yeah.
What the fuck I want to go to juvenile hall for? I don't want to get locked up. So if I go to CBI, do I get to go home? They was like, yeah, you get to go home. I was like, all right, CBI.
No brainer.
CBI. So I did that for like 6 weeks. Graduated and all that, and then I wasn't able to go back to a school district in San Diego. They kicked me out completely. So they put me into this. They gave me an option. It's like a juvenile hall, JCCS schools, right? They had at the time Sports Academy, Science Academy, Technology Academy. I picked Technology Academy. Well, now, I'm lying. my mom's picked Technology Academy. I didn't pick a damn thing because I didn't know where I was going. I didn't care where I was going. As long as I was going somewhere, right? So my mom, she picked Technology Academy for me, and then I went, and then that's kind of like where my life kind of like changed a little bit, you know, because I'm around different dudes from different hoods. All these dudes who are in this school called Technology Academy were all gang members. There was no, I was like the only one who wasn't an official gang member.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I'm getting stories from dudes who got busted for breaking into Fry's Electronics from the ceiling. From Santee, you know, because Santee got their little, you know, clique out there, gangs and stuff out there too. So I'm meeting those dudes. I'm meeting everybody. You feel me? And I met this one dude. He was a graphic designer. Or no, he was. I would say he was a graphic designer, but he drew. He knew how to draw real good. And so I took wind to that, and I told, hey, teach me what you know, because I do graffiti and I'm trying to put this stuff onto the computer, and I want to be able to manipulate things and create album covers for the homies. Yeah. At the time, you know, like we were just talking off camera, we was bumping like McFly, I was bumping Stormy Norman, McFly, a bunch of other folks, you know, Don Diego and things like that. Yeah. And once I learned graphic design, those became my clients. So
that's crazy.
I designed a few album covers for Don Diego. I designed a few album covers for Storm and Stackabill, and a few other people. But yeah, my graphic design journey started with graffiti. Okay. You know, long story short, and then just knowing people growing up and being around certain people who need, you know, graphics.
That's crazy. So you went from admiring these cats to now working with these cats. That's crazy.
Well, no, my whole thing is, I wouldn't say so much admiring them. It's just, to me, it was just, you know, regular. You know, San Diego was, at the time, to me, was small. So we all kind of knew each other, you know, and we knew who needed what. And I just wanted to do my part. You know, as a graphic designer, I wanted to just do my part. And like I said, I always feel like I'm an artist, and I wanted to just give my art. That's it, you know.
How do you feel when you go somewhere? Is, if y'all don't know, he do a lot of graphics for a lot of people. When you go to these places and these businesses and you see in your work, like, how do you feel when you see that?
Well, today, I mean, it's regular, you know.
He said, man,
it's regular, for real. But back then, it was just like, oh shit, this is happening. This is cool, you know. I fuck with that, you know. Like, this is, you know, it helps with the confidence, you know. I mean, I've always came into it with confidence because, you know, growing up, you know, I've always been installed into me was I'm great, you know. I could do anything I want to do. You know, I'm different than everyone else. This is what my moms and everybody was teaching me. So in my mind, I was already different. I was already great. I was already, you know, who I needed to be. I just needed to take that road trip to get to where I need to get to. And it's been one hell of a journey so far. And I mean, I'm still driving. You know, I'm still going.
That's crazy. Shout out to moms, man.
Yeah.
Incredible man. Making an incredible man. That's crazy because people don't understand that it do take from your childhood, your upbringing, what you know what I'm saying, what's been instilled in you to become the person that you is today. And it's crazy that you say that because a lot of people don't understand that. They just think that it just woke up overnight and just like,
no, you gotta go through certain steps. You know, it's levels, you know, different levels. You know, you gotta go through certain experiences to know how to react to certain things too. So I mean, you know, things happen. Some people think that you can just do exactly what you want them to do, or what they want you to do in their mind. And it's like, you as a graphic designer or an artist in general, you have to like tap into their field. So you got to ask questions, you got to do all these things, but not every time do you do what they want. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when I'm designing, I do things, my stuff is better than what they even thought. So that's kind of how my name been kind of like good, because I know a lot of other graphic designers who, you know, are being put out there as, oh, not that good. But to me, they're good because everyone has their own type of art. Mm-hmm. And as far as black folks in San Diego, it's only a few of us that's graphic designers that's known. So, definitely. And I feel like I stand out of all of them. And that's not me trying to like, act like I'm better than them. But it's just like I've been putting in a lot of work for a long time.
No, I mean, you gotta pop your shit, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't understand it's no competition, but I gotta tell you, man, look, you gotta pop your shit, because at the end of the day, people say whatever they want. But if you feel like you know what I mean, Ali said he was the greatest. That wasn't taking nobody else down, but he was just saying I'm the greatest, as in me, how I feel. So you know, right. You know me. Hey, pop your shit. I ain't mad at you, shit. Because at the end of the day, it's like. And you being a graphic designer, actually, I want to ask this: you being a graphic designer, how do you feel when you deal with difficult clients, or clients that feel like they already have their vision and they want it a certain way, and they might be a little bit, not even a little bit, but a lot of difficult?
Well, as a graphic designer, when you have a client who's like hella difficult and they got unrealistic expectations, you kind of got to let them know that up ahead. So it happens with a conversation first before payment is even sent on what they want and how they want it, and then what my capabilities are. If I can't do what they want, I know other designers who can, but at the same time, out here it's like, it's not, well, maybe because I haven't really found consistent good paying clients, but it's like a lot of people who want to lowball and get like the world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he said everything but pay nothing.
Right. So it's just like, those are the most difficult ones. I don't mind someone whose brain just keeps spilling a bunch of different ideas. My job as a graphic designer is to contain that and make a focus and go straight. Some of these other graphic designers, they just kind of like wing it, and then if the client doesn't like it, they don't refund me. I'm changing that, but I've been refunding for a while. Like, okay, you don't like it, here's your money back. Matter of fact, let me try again free. So that's kind of how I feel like I kept my name good out here, is because I'm a fair person. But
it
these
sounds like
days,
you're passionate too about your craft. Like,
yeah.
Most people they be like, "Man, fuck that." You know what I'm saying?
No, because I have more people who like my work than don't, So I don't really like the feeling like I'm losing, or I didn't do a good job. So I want to do my part for myself to make sure things are great for the client and great for me. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah, no, definitely, I feel that. Because, man, have you ever been put in a dangerous situation? Like, because I know, like, me being on sets and shit, certain times you'd be like, nigga, look, you be looking like, don't leave my bag or my case around, like, type shit. Have you ever been in them kind of situations?
I'm trying to see how I should put this without trying to, All right, so there's a local rap group. I won't say no names. So with graphic design grew my, I attempted, and I still kind of low key do it, but I'd rather not. I got into shooting music videos, and I recorded some fellas, and who I know are with all the business, and they had a gun and they were pointing in the, this is around, I think this was maybe 2007, 8, 6, I don't know. But around a time when it was cool to put your gun in the camera and point at the cameraman type shit. And I'm a real big gun guy, so I know how accidents can happen. And the rapper, he wasn't using any kind of gun discipline at all. Number one, you broke the rule pointing a gun at something that you don't really want to shoot. And then number two, you had your finger on the trigger type shit. So it's like, I had to stop the whole music video, get them lights, baby. Hey, stop pointing that gun at me.
What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? Like, put the gun down a little bit. But the part where he was actually pointing the gun at me, where I can see inside the barrel and actually see the bullet, we left it in there. Because it's like, all right, well, you did it anyways now. But the other cuts, nah, ain't no pointing no pistols at me, brother. Like, that's because accident can happen. I mean, it happens on movie sets
all the time.
Yeah, feel me? So I don't have an extra body laying in the closet, so I gotta keep this one right here. You know what I mean? But yeah. That was probably the most dangerous business transaction I've ever had. You know what I'm saying? As far as the art goes.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend that for nobody, because who the hell want to get shot on the job, man? Look, they ain't coming to insurance, job security for that, man. Hell nah. Man, tell us, do you got any stories of like what's like maybe one or two of them that you've like been probably the worst client or maybe experience that you've had with the client?
You know what's crazy, because it was recently, honestly. So a client hit me up last minute. You know, there's a group on Facebook called Black San Diego, and I do a lot of work for, you know, Black San Diegans. And a client hit me up last minute. They said they need these graphics the next day. It was either the next day or 2 days, one or the other, to where I designed it, a portion of it, and I sent them the portion that I designed to get feedback, so I can know if I'm hot or cold.
Okay.
So I can know which direction, if I'm, if they like it or I don't like it. And then they didn't respond back to me until like the last minute. And then the party was, because I was designing a pamphlet, the party was coming up, and they was busy, and didn't get back to me in time. Then boom, the party happened. When I'm reaching out to you, okay, so let me go back. So the first reach out, they hit me back late 12 in the morning. So I'm usually working around that time. I don't really go to sleep until like 2-3 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and which was the struggle why I woke up kind of like, all right, I'm on my way, bro, for today. But so I reached back out to them to 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, boom, boom, bam. I'm sure they were asleep, so I didn't hear back from them until like maybe noon the next day. And then the party was that evening, most likely. And so we had a kind of loss of a communication there. And then they said, all right, well, I need this and that. I said, all right, well, we on crunch time because I got other clients. I don't just work for you. I work for San Diego. I work for the world. I work for whoever needs my work. So I'm not on standby or on call for you. On top of that, I didn't charge you a rush fee because I'm trying to help out and do my part in the community. So long story short, the event ends up happening without her reaching back for, with certain things, approvals. So then she hits me up maybe about 3 weeks later, 2 weeks later. Oh, we still need that. And I'm like, well, the event is over with. Like, what do you need it for? She's like, well, we're going to print it out. So I was like, all right, well, right now I got a lot of things going on lined up. So I'm going to get to it this day. So I got to it that day, and I didn't end up completing it. And she hit me up. She was like, you know what? I need my refund. So I was like, all right, well, right now I'm not prepared to send you a refund right away, but here's when you'll get it. She didn't want to wait. So she went on social media on all my public posts and posted how I robbed her. I only charged her $150.
Robbed
for a rush job, and a job that usually costs about $500 to do graphically. So I'm really looking out for them, and no matter what the price was, I just wanted to do my part. And then the communication breakdown was just trash. So she went on my post and posted on all my public posts how I robbed her for $150, how Jesus is gonna come and get me, and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, what?
That's
and I got
crazy.
people. I have all my clients calling me in the morning. It was like, I'm asleep. I don't really usually get up to like 9 o'clock.
I heard that.
So 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I got missed calls from a lot of my clients that follow me on Facebook. They were like, yo, Rashad, wake up, get up. There's somebody putting your name in the dirt.
Smut on your name.
So I got up and I looked and I checked, and I was like, this lady hit me up from like 3 different pages and posted on my public.
Damn.
So I had to do damage control, and not that I didn't have that $150 to give her back. I didn't want to give her the $150 that I had. You know what I'm saying? So I just sent her the $150 and got it over with. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought that was kind of harsh for her to do that, you know, because it wasn't really that serious. I told her when I was gonna give it. I like to manage my money and manage when I'm gonna be sending something.
But like, a lot of companies don't. I mean, shit, hell, you go to the liquor store, they gonna at least wait, you know, 3 days, 2 days, 2 business days. You know what I mean? So I've just figured that's the normal, something normal. You feel me? To spaz out and people don't even know. Just for the people that's slandering somebody's name, that's like, you know what I'm saying, defamation to somebody's character, especially like nigga get sued for some shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't even understand. Like,
yeah, nobody really took her serious because this shit doesn't really happen to me. Usually I deliver, things happen, everyone's good, you know. Sometimes I go the extra mile to do extra work for people to so keep my name good. You know, because this is something that I take serious. And yeah, for her to do that, I think she was probably going through some stuff, you know what I mean? She probably really needed that 150 a long time ago, and you know,
but
that's
wanted
probably
the services, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
that's cold. That's cold.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I could have avoided all this by just giving her that, but like I said, I manage my money a certain type of way. I'm just not gonna just, you know what I mean? Just issue.
I see you a genuine person because you still like taking the responsibility for it, and you're not, you know what I'm saying, like, even though it was a bad experience, you're not saying like, oh, it's just on her. Like, you still taking,
yeah,
you know what I mean,
listen, honestly, for it. I feel like I should have never refunded anyone I refunded who took the time out of my day to design for them.
Yeah.
Once I take time is money when you're an artist. You trusted me as an artist. You've seen my previous work. You picked me, you hired me, you paid me. That's where it ends. But like I said, I think this particular person, they needed, you know, that money, because $150, you tripping over $150. Let's say if I was being a snake and I was being grimy and I was trying to take your $150, that's still not enough to trip like that. Like, that's a you deposit. Can find that on the ground, damn near.
I was about to say, that's a deposit barely, like,
yeah,
shit, like, you know what I mean?
You know,
like,
so I think it was just she needed the money type shit. You feel me? And so, you know, I gave her the money because I didn't want my name being dragged around like that, because my business, my company is worth way more than $150. Like,
definitely. Just, I mean, you're in the business that makes other people look good.
Right.
And people don't understand, like, when they say image is everything. So even when it comes down to commercials, big brands that you see, like, you are that, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no them without you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, hell, this whole business shit wouldn't even be business without a marketer. Like, you can't market something that you can't see. Like, you know what I'm saying? That you can't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
like, you play the heartbeat of this shit.
I've designed for a lot of successful companies out here, and I'll say a couple of names just so I can,
don't get name drop, man. Pop your shit, man.
You know, put a little sauce on them niggas, man. So, first and foremost, shout out. Well, it was previously Rhythms Chicken and Waffles. Now it's Mom's Chicken and Waffles.
Okay.
We have Chef Buddha. We have Mitri Delights. We have who else? I mean, I just got blank for a second, but there's a bunch of different brands who I work with. Not to say that I was the reason why they're, you know, popping. They are the reason why they're popping. Yeah, they hired me, so they had a game plan.
Yeah.
I didn't have the game plan for them to be popping. So I just do my part. But I just like the fact that a lot of these clients that I design for are doing really well.
Yeah, successful.
Yeah, they're successful. So that makes me feel good to just drive down the street and drive past In the Cut barbershop and see the logo I designed for them.
Shout out to them. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like you said, like, and Mitri Delights, like, I've seen her do her thing, and she got some, you know what I'm saying, some good treats, and the just the aesthetic and how, like, everything you guys flow, like, to see that what you do with your clients, you can tell that you guys mesh together. You know what I'm saying? You guys got good communication, because the shit just be coming alive to what they, you know what I mean, probably more than what they thought. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, I will, like I said, tip my hat off to Mitri's Delight too, because, you know, her brain works 1,000,000 miles per hour, so she already has a plan. She's, she does her thing.
Yeah.
So anybody who I'm doing business with, I'm gonna do my part to try to amplify what they already have. Honestly, I haven't really done much with Mitri. I haven't done what I wanted to do with that particular brand, you know, because there's a lot that I can do for her and other companies as well. I just got a lot going on because now, as you see, as you notice, I'm a photographer now full time. Like I do more photography than I do graphics now, and I've done that on purpose because I feel like another joy of conquering another thing about me. And
what do you enjoy more, like the photography or the graphic design?
So it's crazy because I really do enjoy, maybe because it's new to me right now, but I really do enjoy photography more.
Okay.
I really do. So, but not to say that I don't still design, like, you know, and shouts out to Chefs SD too, because, you know, I was their the graphic designer for a year and a half because they're getting ready to close down. And anytime Jeff needs me, I'm gonna be there. You know,
definitely.
He's solid. You know, I mean, out of all my clients, like that client right there was like my biggest platform to show my art.
Okay, yeah.
And, you know, that's like a new design every week that gets shown all over the place. You know, they got my graphics in their windows.
I was about to say,
they got their graphics on their website.
They got
their graphics on their Instagram. They got my graphics everywhere their name is. So that right there was just like, you know, another, like I said, another confidence boost for me. So that was great. Yep.
That's dope. Like I like to see that, like, you know what I mean. And like I said, it's not just your work, because obviously, you know what I mean, you're dealing with other brands, and for other people to see that, it's crazy. Like, you know, and people don't understand. It's like, pay your graphic designer, pay your photographer, because look, I'm telling you that behind every successful brand, they have a graphic designer or a photographer, you know what I'm saying, or both. You know what I'm saying, if it ain't that one person, you know what I'm saying. But I wanted to get touch on the topic of Cali Money.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A lot of people don't know, man. But let's talk about that, man. Like I didn't know nothing about nothing until I want to say last year, and I want to say it was like a post that you had posted. You was like, I'm about to start pushing these hoodies again or something. And I was like, what? This is the nigga that like, we've been wearing this shit for a minute.
A lot of people thought it was just some Filipino kid, you know, selling Cali Money, but it was me.
He said, surprise.
All right, so Cali Money, the clothing brand, a lot of people know about, a lot of people don't know about. So my goal today is to make the people who don't know about it know about it. I haven't really been pushing the line on it like that. I just been doing little waves and getting more people back active and getting those, you know, antennas back tingling. But so Cali Money started back in 2010, and I was a graphic designer, you know, then, and I was working for a brand called Rich and Rude. And you know, I was a graphic designer for them, designing or attempting to design clothing for them up until a situation happened to where I started making hats. And it's crazy. All right. So I made hats that said crack. And I was selling crack. I was selling crack hats. So the owner of the brand got wind to that and was like, oh, you're trying to you trying to compete with me, or you're trying to do something, and we don't really have, you know, we don't want to do business with you anymore. So okay, so let me go back. So there was a moment in my life where I was in the streets. Right? And up until certain things happened, and then I met my son's mom. And I got away from my past somewhat, and I, you know, took graphic design serious. Because prior to that, I wasn't doing graphic design. You know, I was in the streets. I did it in high school for a little bit, and then I stopped it because I wasn't making no money, and then I got into the streets. And then so I had a period from like 17 to like 23 or 22, 23 in the streets consistently. And when then I eventually met up with my son's mother, who kind of like inspired me to just do things different. Like I was already on the road of trying to change my life because I had people dying around me. You know, I had an ex-girlfriend get shot up. You know, I had a lot of things going on in my life that changed my life. So I reached back in my old bag and said, okay, I want to pursue this graphic design thing again. So that's when around that time is when I started to do graphic design. I went to college. I went to Southwestern College. I took some more courses to learn more about graphic design, and also went for film and photography. So that was like a side thing, which later on plays to today. I'm with my lady at the time, and I got hired for Rich and Rude, and that situation with the hats happened. They let me go, and then I felt like I failed. I felt like I really let myself down, my lady down, and the situation in general down. And I had two options: mess up my relationship with my lady and go backwards, or go forward and take it on the chin and do my own damn thing. So what I decided was I wanted to start my own clothing. Well, actually, I'm not going to take credit for that. It was my lady at the time, my son's mother. She was like, you should start your own clothing brand. Okay. At the time, I wasn't trying to hear it. But when she drilled it in my head, you should just do it. I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. And she said, so what are the things that you like the most? I like California, because at the time I was, before meeting her, I was all over the States. Yeah. I was everywhere. And I know for a fact that I'd rather be in California than anywhere else.
He said, man, look.
Big time. Everybody come to California. So I said, okay, I like California and I love some money. And she said, that's it. Name your clothing brand California Money. If I remember this correctly, this is how it went. So I can't take full credit for it. You know what I mean? And so I started it. And so I had the cigarette, cool cigarettes?
Yeah.
I flipped that and I put it on tank tops. And I put cool California Money. And I start selling it to, people who supported me always, who, loved me. It wasn't much. It was a small group of people. And nobody was really rocking with it. So I kind of felt a little discouraged, but I was like, you know what? And at the time, I was back and forth from here to LA doing things, and then I started selling it out in LA as well. But LA was showing me more love than San Diego. Yeah. And I'm from San Diego.
That's how it usually is.
So I kind of met up with someone who kind of gave me a plan. They said, when you get back to San Diego, when you do things in San Diego, make what you sell fun. Make people want to buy your brand by making it seem the coolest, like it's the coolest brand ever. And that's exactly what I did. So I went and found some of the coolest people I can find in San Diego, and I had them join Cali Money. I turned them into models, pretty much. Models and sales reps. So it started off with just modeling. So all the cool people from different high schools at the time, and then in colleges, hey, wear this, I'm gonna take your picture, boom, post it on your face, or your MySpace or was it? I don't know if it was, maybe Twitter was probably popping back then.
Man, it was a minute ago.
Yeah, I would say like Twitter, and then a little bit of Facebook around that time, like 2010. I don't know what was popping. I don't know if it was MySpace or whatever.
AIM or something.
Nah. It wasn't that old. So long story short, once the popular kids and the popular people was being seen in it, it started bringing in those waves. Mm-hmm. And my main mission was to do way better than Rich and Rude. And I really, really, really jumped pretty quick off of that, fast, just off of that fire, because I really, really wanted to work with Rich and Rude. So I wanted to kind of like do better than Rich and Rude to show them that you fucked up, you made a mistake.
Definitely.
And there's a brother out there named Miles Aaron who I had. He used to be a part of the Sideways Entertainment. I don't know if he still is, but he was one of their marketing guys. Okay. An attorney, I believe. But I had him come and get involved with my money, because he knew how to make things move, and I was making a lot of bread, and so that right there being said will fall towards what I'm gonna say in a little bit. So I was making a lot of bread, like at least $175,000 a year.
Okay.
Back to back, and that doesn't even include what I was selling out the trunk.
That part, you said getting that bag.
Yeah, this is off a big cartel. You know what I'm saying? Off the internet.
Yeah.
So I didn't incorporate any of the cash transactions, because we didn't have Cash App back then. We didn't have Venmo. We didn't have none of that. So it was straight cash. Boom, bam, boom, boom. in out of the trunk of my car, and so I had my first son, 2012, and my first ever by myself apartment, and things changed because I was using my money to pay my bills when I shouldn't have been doing. I should have been using my money other ways.
Yeah.
And I was going out to eat, didn't cook much. I'm going
that bachelor.
I'm going out and eating a lot, and ruining my dough type stuff. So a lot of that started to happen out of ignorance. I wasn't really properly taught how to manage my money, what money goes where, and how to move with the money. It was just a young brother with some money. You feel me? Which I've always been about, just getting some money. And I started seeing a decline after the money starts getting funny. And then, I had certain players with that was a part of Cali Money, get on. Some people went on, they start working with Snoop Dogg. I had a model, she started working with Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, a bunch of other people. I had another photographer who I had involved. Now he's really, really doing big. He's doing big things now. So the team started to kind of fall apart once things started to, like, the money started getting a little funny. You know what I mean? Which is reasonable. I understand. But long story short, that's kind of how Cali Money started and kind of like went down a little bit. But right now, 2023, we're bringing it back. So got a lot of game now, a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom with it, and I'm gonna just have some fun.
Yeah, definitely. And it's crazy that you had to, because people always think because you're not fully pushing it anymore that it's stopped, and not knowing that you just revamping the shit, you know what I'm saying, making it better, you know what I'm saying, and just really taking the experience, you know what I'm saying, that you've been going through. Because now I think the lifestyle and the things that we go through and like be incorporated in our brand, our clothing, whatever what kind of brand that we have. I mean, to see even like the logos and things that you had, like it was crazy because you didn't have like a whole bunch of like, because now everything is saturated, just shit everywhere. Like you gotta have shit on the back sleeves, like you know what I mean, like it just, you had a very sleek design, you know what I'm saying, and it was going on me, like, and I even seen bootleg shit, like you know what I mean, like how motherfucker
no, I can
take your logo and revamp their own shit or make something, like, so to have people copy your shit to make their shit, it was crazy.
I ain't gonna put no names out there, but y'all know who you are. You feel me? Like so a part of having a street brand is mimicking successful brands just to get up. That's been since even Dapper, what's his name, Dapper Dane?
Yeah, Dapper Dane.
Come on now, that's like the mecca of being a brand is, okay, well, we see Nike, Adidas, and they making big money. How do we capitalize off that and make it cool and make it ours? Yeah. That's exactly what street brands pretty much is. Street brands usually just duplicate something that they see that's already big and popping, and they do it their way. Yeah. And that's exactly what I did with the cool cigarette logo. And then my most successful, most sold #1 item was called the California Money Dream Sweater.
Yeah, the Dream.
So I had it on crew neck sweaters and I had it on hoodies. And then I did put it on tanks every once in a while, but for whatever reason, people just wanted the hoodies. People wanted the hoodies or the crew necks. And that was just a Nike Flight design that I saw growing up as a kid. And I said, I'm going to redo that and I'm going to sell it. And it's crazy because this is people I would call them haters, or other people would call them haters, but I don't. I just say just people who are just frustrated, would say, oh, well, he just copied this and duh, motherfucker, what is you talking about? Like, this is a street brand. This is what we do. We revamp what's already popping and we make it ours, and we capitalize off of that big buck that Nike is making. You know what I mean? Like, why not?
Definitely.
If people want to buy it, like, still to this day, people still buy it. You've seen it. Like, if I wanted to just release a new color today, it'll be a line of people at the door that want to buy it, because it's a part of, I think it's a part of San Diego history, which leads me to start saying, before Cali Money, there was University of Southeast, and
definitely
my he's an older dude who started it. and he's the one who pulled me to the side and kind of gave me some game when he saw me start, and he was like, hey, you should do it this way, do it that way. And back in the days, I would say like early 2000, University of Southeast shirts was like the shit.
Yeah, definitely.
If you from the Southeast, even if you ain't from the Southeast, you be seen in that, you cool. Yeah. He was selling cool. He was selling a culture. And I caught wind to that, especially after having a convo with him. And shouts out to him. And, that's kind of like, that was one of my forefathers of the brand. But today I see a lot of these brands, they don't really pay homage to nothing. They just, this is me. I don't have no inspiration. Nobody kind of like, and it's, to me, I think that's a slap in the face for the people who did it before you.
Yeah, definitely.
Tribal, University of Southeast, even Reign Supreme was doing it before me, and I always paid attention to what was been going on, and I'm gonna always pay homage to people who was there before me. And then today, when you see people who I know was inspired by Cali Money don't speak on Cali Money, I'm not gonna lie, I feel a type of way.
He said, "Nigga, give me my credit."
You feel me? Even if you was just trying to be in competition with me, that's fine. At least bring me up. Like, yeah, definitely. He was a driving force. His brand, his movement, the things that he did for the city, did pretty well.
Definitely.
And I can name a bunch of people who are icons in the city who will definitely vouch for that. You know what I mean? I think we need to get back to structure, because it's these days, and I'm not just talking about art, I'm talking about in general. Like nobody has like integrity anymore. No one has accountability no more. Nobody has the willingness to follow, because I feel like a great leader has to be able to know how to follow too.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to follow directions to put something together. If you don't know how to follow, you ain't gonna make nothing happen. So I just do my part, and I just sit back, and I just, I don't really. Today's my first day to even mentioning how I feel about that.
Yeah. No, that's good, because people need to people don't understand, we are human beings, man. We are people. You feel me? Even though that we work, and you work like a motherfucker, and you a great father, and you be taking care of your deals, but at the end of the day, you human, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Why you can't feel some type of way, especially when you've been busting your ass and putting your dime and your time into something. Hell yeah, you're gonna feel some type of way. Shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing, it's nothing wrong with that. And people gotta understand that, you know what I'm saying? Shit. You've been doing this, and this is not saying what you're doing it for, but at the end of the day, it does feel good to be like, damn, this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Understands me, or just even like my shit. You know what I'm saying? We artists, and we sensitive about our shit.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. I mean, like I said, back to what my mom's and everybody in my family instilled in me. I am great. I am unique. I'm different. I said all that to say that the dude who gave me this hat, he changed hip hop. Do you know who this is?
No.
It's a funny guy. His name is Little B, the bass guy.
Okay, yeah, okay.
From the Pack back in the days.
I used to.
So I just wanted to give him a little shout out. Thank you for the hat type stuff. And yeah,
man, he changed the game, man.
Yeah,
he's a game changer.
So I used to do music too. And
what? Okay, something that y'all didn't know. Look.
I'm the only artist in San Diego with a song with him. And people don't even know that. I don't even promote it. I don't even put it out there. So the song was put in movies in Paris. You know what I'm saying? It's deep. People don't even know this type of stuff. I didn't know anything about ASCAP or any of that, how to get paid from it. But yeah, I gave the approval to put it. I don't even remember what movie it was, but it was some French movie.
Yeah.
But how I met Brandon Lil B from the bass guy from the Pack, they used to come down to San Diego to do shows, and one of my clients today, Brian Foxworth, who owned Rhythm Chicken and Waffles and now Mom's Chicken and Waffles, he used to also be he was a producer. He's still a producer.
I was about to say, didn't he just play the guitar and everything? Or music?
I wouldn't put it past him. I don't know much about that, but I know he was a music producer.
Okay, yeah.
And I used to go when I was doing music at the time. I went to a studio to purchase some beats to figure out which beats that I wanted, and then we kind of got a liking to each other, and he invited me to perform with the Pack and all of that. At the time, they were popular.
Yeah, definitely.
So I said, hell yeah, because I was doing music that was just different. I wasn't doing so around the time I was doing music, you had heavy hitter ENT versus like the Linkin Park rappers. Yeah. I don't know what was it called. What was it? I don't know what it was called. They had like their own little group over there in Lincoln, and then the Skylines had their own little group of and they were battling each other. And at the time, me being able to grow up in both hoods, it's like, bruh, we don't need to be doing this shit, man. And I'm not picking no sides type shit. Although I grew up more on one side, I grew up with some black power. I grew up with in the Nation of Islam. I grew up with, we each other's brothers. I didn't grow up with, hey, don't mess with them dudes around or down the street, or don't mess with them dudes across the tracks. So I wasn't really a fan of that. And long story short, I wanted to try to connect the dots and do something different and give the city something different other than the gang war rap, or at the time jerking was popping.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was anti that in San Diego, because it's like I was so tired of people not having the San Diego culture, like putting our culture. Like it's like at the time growing up, all I see was San Diego adapting to someone else's culture.
Yeah, it was Thiz.
Yeah, we had the hyphy movement, we had the jerking, we had the down south crunk rap, we had everything in San Diego when we San Diego. It's like, definitely. All right, I'm gonna start my own thing. So I started this thing, and it didn't really. I mean, we put it in clubs and stuff, and it was popping back then. But I was never serious about music. I just wanted to make a statement.
He said, "I just wanted to do it."
So I made a sound of music called drop music. Mm-hmm. And some people know I've been on tracks with Bad Karma. Yeah, Bad Karma, Siobhan C. Like these people are doing things today. And
shout out to Bad Karma. Remember, he was the first one to bring. I want to say Nip. Nip
he did a track with Nip, I just try to do something different and try to create a culture for us to just stand out. Really, it got to the point where I'm like, you know what, it ain't working, I'ma stand out. Yeah. So I started rapping over techno beats before Kanye, before all these different people.
That's cool.
Because I was bumping house music because of who, all the influences, like my uncles and stuff. They had certain type of music they introduced me to, which makes me kind of like more diverse today, because I do things that typical black dudes don't do.
Definitely, especially street niggas.
Yeah. You grow up in the street. Like some of my street homies is like, damn, bro, you out here surfing now? You out here off-roading? You out here camping and shit? Like you doing white folk shit? And I'm like, nah, man, I'm living in peace.
That part.
But I tried to create a different sound than what we typically heard, and a lot of people caught wind to it. Up until I just kind of like, all right, I'm done with this rap stuff. You know what I mean? It was just a statement. I wasn't serious, y'all. Yeah. But shouts out to Lil B. That was the main reason why I brought that up. He wants to still make music, but I'm like, nigga, I'm 39. I'm not making no more rap songs, bro.
Hey man, music is universal, man. And you can still do it, especially when nowadays I don't really even listen to rap like that, but alternative music is straight. Like I listen to like everything now, but like more R&B, alternative, rock and roll like type shit. You feel me? Right. But yeah, man, if you're doing that, and then Little B makes all kind of different music, like, you know what I'm saying. So I think that'll be something different.
Yeah, nah, I wouldn't say that me and him are like he's obviously something different. Yeah. You feel me? Like I just wanted to be able to be an artist enough to be seen by someone as dope as him. Yeah. If the typical person types in his music and listen to it, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? But the stuff that the consistency and the things that he did do definitely changed hip hop. The what is this called? The cooking dance, and he created a certain type of ad libs that some of these rappers are doing. He influenced a generation of new rappers. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna just say that. You feel me? And I felt great being attached to that type of movement. You know what I mean? But maybe I should have continued with music and do things, because I was in, works with dope producers who are really good dudes. Like, I don't know, you guys can Google Machine Drum, Jimmy Edgar from Detroit. Like, these are like, I don't know how to explain it, but they make house music, but they also make like rap beats too. So I was rapping over but house music.
Okay, yeah.
And it was just something different. So I was getting booked at a lot of these cafes from North Park all the way to Chula Vista, getting paid, doing music that was just different.
Yeah.
I'm rapping over house music, techno music. I'm rapping over that type of stuff.
And that shit.
But I started off rapping with Stormin' Norman from Skyline Park. It was him, T80s, Bo Hump, and a bunch of other folks from, I think Bo Hump was from like 59 Brams. But that was the first time I went into the studio.
Yeah.
I'm at Stormin' Norman's, Lil Stormin' Norman's studio. I started freestyling. And they was like, all right, we fuck with that. You can rap, we didn't know you can rap, We thought you was just Scrap the Mac out there, doing your thing. So that led me to do music with a friend of mine's, Warren, Juice Lee.
Okay, yeah, shout out Juice Lee.
Who else? I think, I don't know. I was in attempts to do songs with Marty McFly, I believe. And when I was at Mike Berry's studio. I think it was in Canto or something like that.
Okay.
But I don't think that happened. But that would have been epic for me and McFly to do a track back then when I was doing music. Who else? Yeah, a few others. I don't remember any key names, but like I said, Bad Karma, Siobhan C, and all that. So that's how I started. And then once I didn't want to kind of attach myself to be a Southeast rapper.
Yeah.
That's when I took it like different. I started reaching out to producers in Detroit and Chicago and different places, and I wanted to get involved with a different sound. That's it. I didn't want to be a Southeast rapper.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but that's a cool little story I wanted to bring up.
You sound like a lot of people don't know. Man, you a legend, man, out here in these San Diego streets, man. Oh God, look, the humble legend. You know what I'm saying? But if there's something that you could probably change, or let's say set the record straight, like debunk something about San Diego, what would it be?
Oh shoot! I never thought about something like that. Man, I don't even know how to answer that. To be truthful with you, yeah. I don't want to say nothing corny like we dope too type shit. Like I don't know. Like I don't know how to answer that question, bro. Like I don't think I think we stand on what we stand on. We have our culture, you feel me? And it's respected, whether it's in the music or in the streets. Like nobody looks at San Diego as a punk city or a trash city. I mean, you may have some of these new those YouTubers that'll make these little stories about war stories and stuff, and then talk, they only talk about the micro parts of San Diego, of certain situations that happen. Like there's been a lot of things that's happening. Like even in my own personal life, I have 11 homies dead who I had known, went to school with, and grew up with. I there was a time when people around me were getting shot and killed, so I started hanging with other people so I can be out of that stress, and then they end up getting killed too. So it's just like back in the days, things was happening. You know what I'm saying? And if you was outside, that type of activity was always happening until it got regular, until going to see your homie laying in a casket was normal. And the messed up part about it is, like, I never signed up to be a gang member, a gang banger. You know what I'm saying? And it just was a regular thing to just be like, yeah, another homie, another homie, another homie. And what really, 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 really changed my life was the last 3 homies that got murdered. And I ain't gonna put no names out there, but a homie, one of the first one that kind of really, really set the change for me was the homie who got shot after winning a fist fight. He won a fist fight. He won clearly. The dude, took a gun out of his little backpack, shot him in the head.
Damn.
We end up going to the funeral. We getting shot at the funeral. We end up trying to go hurry up and go bury him. We getting chased, by certain individuals, basically almost getting shot at type stuff. So that's right there was like, you know what? I think enough is enough, and this type of life is not for me. Not to say that I punked out or like there's nobody in this city who can say Rashad, Scrap, or whatever, people, Omar, whoever you know me by, snitched, ran, turned down, fades, or any of that. There's nobody walking on planet Earth
nigga, don't get it fucked up,
that can say that. But I am a human with emotions, and I knew growing into an adult and a man, that's not the life that I needed. So like I said, at the age of 23 was kind of like when I kind of backed away from a lot of the bullshit. But yeah, people, like I said, that like the YouTubers, they got it messed up. Like there's situations in San Diego, if you're in the streets, that's you deal with certain things in life.
Yeah, you couldn't run from it. That, just like we were talking about earlier, like it's shit you couldn't run from. I'll be like, it's if you were outside. Some people stayed in the house, but like you said, if you was outside, it was just shit that you couldn't run from. Like losing homies, you're gonna lose some homies because we outside. Like you said, like what I'm saying, it's crazy.
Oh, speaking of outside, I shot that music video for Pimp C and them outside. You can go YouTube it. I shot that back in the days when I thought I was a video producer.
You said me. Yeah.
Shout out to Pimp C and them. You know what I mean?
What's some work that you can say that you're proud of that you did that maybe it's like on a mainstream level or that you think that people probably seen or want to see?
Just the restaurants that I've worked for, I've designed for. Clearly, Rhythm's Chicken and Waffles back when they were popping or around, and then now they're Mom's Chicken and Waffles. One of my biggest accomplishments is redoing the Chef Buddha logo.
Okay,
I really do believe that they that team. I can't wait for them to open up a restaurant.
Ain't they and there's a couple, right?
Yeah, it's a couple. So right now they're running the truck right now, and they do like catering and stuff for big companies. So they doing their thing. Of course, Chef's SD right before they get ready to close. That's a highlight for me.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Is there anybody you want to work with? Let's put that manifestation out there right now. You feel me? So
I don't really have. I feel like anyone who I want to work with, I can just go work with. Like
okay.
I personally think I'm that dope to where I can just go up to anybody in San Diego and be like, "Hey, let's work," and they'll look at my work and be like, "Okay, let's work." So yeah, I'm just just thankful for the people who I did work with. Yeah, that's pretty much about it.
And I want to say, shit, if you see the logo for Go Getta Hustle podcast, he the one that made it.
I don't even remember making it.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
I designed for a lot of people.
Oh God, that's why.
If I look at it, if you pull it up, okay, I did that. I can see that. But yeah, it just I work every day, bro. There ain't no off days.
And you was hella fast. Like when I hit you, and I'm a type of person like when I just think of some shit, I'm like, fuck it, let me go on it and do it now, because if I don't, I ain't gonna do it, right? So that's how I hit you. I was like, shit, damn, let me get this logo. And I already had started the podcast, but like it really wasn't officially started. You feel me? I was like, let me get a logo, get it right. You feel me? The presentation. And man, it was like that's like the same day I hit you. It was like, I want to say it was like the next day you hit me, was like, oh, but bam, here's, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, nigga, I didn't even expect, like, you know what I mean?
I had to keep it moving, man. I got other clients to make happy too.
God.
You know what I mean?
God.
So, when you're doing something and you do it every day, you get better at it, you get faster at it. You know how I look at it. So, I had to handle your business and move to the next client, you know? So.
Yeah, you definitely was speedy, nigga. Like, I was like, nigga, this nigga on his job, man.
Hey, in and out like a robbery, bro. You feel me? I've always had that hustle mentality, trying to just get in and get it out, get to the next. Let's keep it going.
Definitely. So I got a couple questions, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? to ask you, and we're just gonna go in and go at it, man. What's one thing you wish you would have known before you begin your career?
How to manage money, how to do things the legal way. For sure, those two things, and to understand that I can't see myself in others. Other people are other people; they're not me. So I felt plenty of time, even in relationships that I've been in, like searching for myself in that woman or searching for myself in that friendship, and being let down. So yeah, just money management, the legality of things, and then looking for myself in others, and keep failing doing that.
Man, I got a round of applause for that shit, because I was, man, shit, nigga had me thinking like, damn, shit, I be seeing myself doing that a lot.
Yeah,
like seeing myself in other people when
it ain't had. Don't do it.
Nigga, look, they probably I ain't in nowhere in there, like, but I'm seeing myself in them, right. Like, damn,
you want to see yourself.
Yeah, or at least one. That's crazy. Yeah, man. That shit had a nigga thinking like, I need to stop doing that shit.
That part, bro. That part.
Oh God, man. What would you say your biggest failure, and what did you learn from it?
That's a good one right there. You hit me with some questions. Cause it's like difficult, to try to like talk about this, like, cause it's a good thing that I went through the things that I went through, and it's a bad thing, because of certain shit, PTSD and things like that.
Yeah,
but
God.
My biggest failure is not listening to my moms. That's it, really. Because if I would have listened to my moms, I probably would have had my doctorate's degree by now, because my moms didn't raise me to be up in those streets. I chose to be up in the streets because I don't know what I was searching for. I didn't really have my dad in my life like that, you know what I'm saying? And then my uncles really weren't in my life like that. And then the uncles who were telling me war stories. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, I got to compete with that, and I got to go create my own shit. I gotta go create my own war stories, and I gotta step harder than how he stepped, So him watching that, he might be like feeling a type of way about that, but that's the truth, My biggest failure is not listening to my mom's when she knew of the future before I did, So she, one thing she's always taught me was to look out for your future self by what you do today. And back then, I wasn't looking out for my future self. I was only looking out for the me then, the now. And when I left my mom's house and started living where I was living, everything that she said was going to happen happened. You feel me? All the bad things, the people who I thought was friends, who I thought was loyal. I got tats about that. And it's just like, like I found out about loyalty, and 9 times out of 10, nobody's loyal to you at all. People got to really look at you as a brother, like your other half, for them to be loyal to you. Yeah. If they don't look at you like that, you're gonna have some iffy situations when there are certain things that hit the fan. And I found out, I was doing things for people who I could have been locked away for a long time. And I had a false image of loyalty and crew, and I thought that how I thought was how everybody else thought.
Yeah.
And I was doing things, thinking that these people gonna be doing that for me too. And that's not it. You feel me? Because they got their own life. They think they own things. They look out for their own future. Yeah. I'm looking out for mine and theirs. At the time.
I'm playing the team, and then these niggas playing by themselves.
Right. but I will say this: the people who I was around and doing things with, they definitely respect me. They definitely. I can. It's what they not gonna ever talk bad about me at all. So. But that's a part of the reason why I kind of changed my whole name too. I changed a lot of things about me. So I changed my image. I changed everything about me. So, but yeah,
man. Shout out to that answer, man. Like, for the kids out there or anybody, you know what I'm saying, listen to your parents. They only telling you what's right for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my kids too, if you watching this shit, you better listen. Nigga, like, shit. Cause we only telling you what's right, man. We already been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? What advice would you give someone trying to pursue the same similar career as you?
Oh, stay at it. Don't give up. Even when the times get hard, stay at it. Don't give up. Learn as much as you can. Go to YouTube, go to school, go to college. Take it serious. Don't give up. Even when times are hard, don't give up. Figure it out.
Man, hey, consistency it's a hard thing, but like you said, if you could just keep it going, it's definitely gonna pay off. Cause I didn't seen it. Shit, hell, with you, like every day that you post something, it just make motherfuckers like, oh, gotta fuck with it. Cause and then to your energy, like what you post is just like, or even when it's just your work, you ain't even gotta be in it, like, you know what I mean? But just your energy, the shit you be saying, like, you know what I mean? Like it'd be like, damn, I want to work with this type of person because they love what they fucking do, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit is cold. What's some great resources that have helped you along the way?
What helps me today is, you know, my survival skills back in the days. Really, honestly, I feel like I'm a natural hustler. I naturally go out and get it. Is that my phone or your phone? Oh, that's your phone. Just what was the question again?
What's some great resources that have helped you along the way?
Yeah, just my ability to know how to move and make sure the customer is happy. And like I said, the people who came before me, them giving me advice. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
He said, yeah, because I mean, shit, I'm trying to know too. Because like, what programs, anything that, like, you know what I'm saying, anything that's helped you? Because I'm pretty sure somebody probably like, damn, what does he use? What do you like? You know what I'm saying, like. What equipment or what would you say you recommend?
Oh, for as far as equipment, as a graphic designer, I use all Apple, Adobe, Adobe's Creative Suites. That's all I use. You know, as far as photography goes, I'm just a Canon dude. That's what I've been having. Yeah, Lightroom, Photoshop. That's it for photography. As far as my studio equipment, you know, I have like 3 different strobes, all 3 600 watts. Yeah, I use a R6. I mean, just bare minimum type of stuff, but I make it look like it's better than what I have.
That part. You say it's not what you got, it's how you use it.
Yep.
Definitely. What have you read or listened to that's inspired you?
It's on a spiritual realm. It's a book called The Metu Netter. Right now, I think it's like $200-$300 for that book, and it's a trip because I was gifted that book, and when I tried to share the book with someone else, they went to the website and was like, or went to Amazon and was like, oh, I'm not buying this shit. It's like $150 for a book. And I'm like, well, you know, it really does open your mind up a little bit on your true potential, your capabilities, ancient information on how people got it down back in the ancient Kemetic days and stuff like that, you know, prior to Abrahamic ideologies and things like that, you know. Not to say that, you know, I ain't trying to toss no dirt on nobody who's a Christian or a Muslim or a Jew or anything like that, but you know, there was definitely information that humans utilized prior to to any of that, you know.
Definitely. I mean, I'm a big believer in that. I don't believe in religion, but definitely I'm gonna have to check that out after this. I'm gonna have to get that information, man. Because like I don't know, just off topic, but I think that we all hold like powers. You feel me? Like I just think like the shit you heard back in the day, it's like, why did it stop? You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers was giants. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Type shit. Like, if you know what I mean? It said, like, if you want to go to the Bible or whatever, but, you know what I'm saying? People were doing things that people don't see nowadays. Like, come on now. Like, it wasn't just one person. I feel like God put that kind of power in a lot of people, but we just ain't tapped in yet.
Yeah. I think life in general, from whenever it started, it's just trial and error, and we learn and we figure out how to apply certain things, and we get to the point to where we know how to control people and withhold information. And you know, today they like talking about aliens and stuff and how we being visited and things like that. It's you know, I think we all have the answers in our minds. We ain't got to that part in our mind about that the answer. So it's just
okay.
You know, how I live my life, I don't really have no set religion or anything. But like I said, I was brought up in Islam, and you know, I had to do the Nation of Islam thing. And you know, my mom, she introduced me to African spirituality, and you know, we also did have to read the Bible too. You know,
definitely.
You know, go over the Bible. She taught us about the Torah. She taught us about a lot of different things, and especially my grandfather, because he was wise. He had a lot of information. So I would say, you know, we are equipped with information to make us better. We just gotta be we just gotta stop being lazy and comfortable with what we've been told. We gotta research for ourselves instead of just, well, great granny and granny was Christian, or great granny and granny was Muslim, and great granny and granny was Jew. Like, okay, why? How? When? Yeah. You know, is it something deeper or is it not? I don't know. So a lot of people, you know, they just like to go with the flow and use what works for them at the end of the day. You can't really tell nobody how to feel. You can't tell nobody what to believe in. You know, whatever works for them, you know, because the same God the Muslim dude is praying to for his, you know, life, to better his life, is the same God the Christian is praying to for his life. Definitely. And they both doing good. So, or they can both be doing bad. You know? I mean, except it's in the brain, it's in the mind.
And I think that like everything is perception.
Yeah.
Because what we deem as bad, some people think is good. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because it's really, I don't know, like, just like off topic again, it's like perception, right? Old. When somebody say you're what? So it could be your birthday, they'll be like, you're what? 39 years, what? Old. Yeah. But how does something new become old?
Right.
This is a new age, but you call it old.
Right.
Usually when you get a new car, you be like, nigga, this motherfucker brand newkie. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is new, like not old. So it's just the perception of mine, and that's probably why we feel old, because you get this new age. You ain't saying like I'm 30 something years new or young. You saying old? Like, how am I old? I just turned this age.
I feel old because I don't have PE no more. You know what I'm saying? When we were kids, we had PE. You know, where our bodies was moving. You feel me? And we ate. We had the orange. We had the milk. We had the sandwich. We had the stuff that we needed to keep us our body right. We did PE. These days, all we do is drink Hennessy and smoke weed and pop pills and go to the club, and that's our PE's the club, and we feel old. Our knees are going out. You know, our back is hurting. You know, my head hurts. You know, but nah, you take care of your body take care of you though. That's some game right there for sure.
That shit facts, and we don't want to take care until the motherfuckers start breaking down. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes
like,
it's too late.
You said nigga need that oil change a long time ago.
Check engine light been on far too long. Permanently stained into the thing now.
Okay, so what are who are 3 people that's been most influential in your life?
Oh man, that's a good one right there. Oh lordy. Oh shoot. I never really thought about that like that. Cause I find dope in everybody, you know. I don't really have like certain people who I just put on a pedestal. Like I look for the dope in everybody. I look for the cool and the creative in everybody. So I don't really have like anybody who I can say is responsible for certain things about me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like taking energy from people. You hear their stories. Everybody's a book. You read their story, you listen to their story, and you apply it to your life if it works, you know. But I don't really have any. I mean, you could just say like, you know, the people who raised you. But you know, I kind of was low key raised 2 different ways, you know. So it's just like it's a weird situation, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much about it.
No, that's good. Like, yeah, definitely. Like that's good.
No, okay, my bad. Let me put some respect on this man's name. You know, although I'm not in the mosque or anything any longer like that, I really do rock with Farrakhan. Like he's you can't never say he lied. Nobody wants to debate him. No one, he's truly for the people.
Yeah, definitely.
But you'll have a lot of like retired Christians and these new found pro-black folks who would like to like find these little small bits of information and put dirt on his name about Elijah Muhammad and him and how he did this when people don't really know the truth, because people are just scratching the surface. They don't know what's underneath that. So, but yeah, I do appreciate, and he's definitely one of my inspirations in life. Just as a man in general, as a human in general, just the way he moves and how he gets down and what he represents.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, shout out to Farrakhan. I'll definitely be on his everything. Really, I'm not Muslim or nothing, but I do have family that is, and shit, he ain't never, like you said, he ain't never lied, and everything he say is for us.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
how can you, you know what I'm saying, fault a man for that? Like, you know what I mean? Putting himself after everything and everybody else.
Yeah, big time.
So, yeah, definitely. Where can we find you, man? If somebody wanted to come book with you, man, where would they have to go? What would they have to do to come work with you, man, or be a client?
I mean, honestly, you can just Google my name on Google, Rashad Autman or Revamp Ventures, and you'll see it. Like, I'm usually on Facebook every day, trying to make people laugh and brighten up people's lives, because people, they battle depression, you know what I'm saying? And not to try to be like somebody's counselor or therapist, because we all need some type of healing, but
definitely.
I do my part to kind of like liven the life up in people's days. But yeah, Rashad Autman on Google, Revamp Ventures, you can type that in, Instagram, and yeah, that's where you can find me.
I heard that. Okay, so one last question, man. If anybody want to know something about you or think they know something about you that you want to let them know or change, because somebody might be like, oh, he's this and he's, what would you, if they, what would you tell them? Like, what I mean, say if I on Facebook compared to who you really are, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, people think I'm a womanizer. They think that I'm just, I'm like some stump down pimp type, you know what I'm saying? Like womanizer or anything like that. Nah, I'm a real care bear when it comes to the ladies. I'm just not a pushover. I'm not somebody you can just wipe your feet on and do it moving. Like,
that part.
I still have a titanium spinal cord. I can't bend that way,
Yeah.
So, that's probably about it.
Yeah, we about to use that titanium spinal cords.
Yeah.
He said, "Baby, I don't bend that way."
Yeah, I'm an old school dude, so I try my best to adapt to these new rules when it comes to dealing with women, but I just can't. Like I'm just behind time when it comes, because I was primarily raised as far as the men go, my grandfather, my uncles, and stuff like that. And they old school, so I can't really too much relate to some of these little new podcast dudes that be saying everything a woman want to hear, and
I can't stand that.
They be downing dudes. Yeah, they
buy her, pay her, do this.
Yeah. Some dudes are saying some stuff, but some dudes are they weenies, but they got a voice now, so they want to go hard. You know what I'm saying?
And they know that's gonna get them likes and views.
I mean, we seen, what's the dude who was doing that and he cheated on his wife?
Oh yeah, I can't remember the old boy name, but that shit had me weak.
He had these girls buying books.
Man, I'm telling you, manipulation
and all that. Long story short, he was cheating on his chick with a younger chick too, I think. So yeah, it was a trip.
Crazy. Had baby out here looking bad to the motherfucker.
Man, she's out here looking bad. Y'all better stop listening to these YouTube niggas. You feel me? These dudes is full of shit. You feel me? They got some good game here and there. They should have been pimps. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
but whatever.
Motherfuckers fall in love with the conversation. I mean, back in the day when I was raised, they said watch what a person do, not what they say. Yeah. Now you motherfuckers say anything, they hold on to that shit. Like, I mean, that was the art of pimping. I can make you do whatever I want off of just saying some shit. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's watching character no more or actions no more. You feel me? That shit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because actions speak louder than words as I was growing up.